Live from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moulier. Good morning, La La Land.
All right, so excited today. So today is all about Transformation Tuesday. So if you want to find out about the hot spots in Los Angeles, you don't want to miss this show. And we have 5 tips to setting great goals for the New Year's. If you're interested in that and you want to get tight and right, or if you want to love your curves for the new year, you don't want to miss this show, right?
Absolutely. And we got a special guest.
We do have a great guest.
Yes. Tanby, our very own Focus TV food editor. We're so excited. She's going to give us a few tips on where you can spend your New Year's Eve. She's got a great interview with one of the owners and chefs of one of the local hotspots right down the street, Catch. So we're
Scoop.
Transformation Tuesday. I have to admit, I'm struggling a little. Coming off the Christmas long weekend. How was your holiday?
The gluten is still going through.
It's like sludge.
It's like sludge through the blood veins right now.
Because you don't do gluten ever, right?
No, I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't have a strict diet like that.
You're pretty clean.
I eat everything in moderation.
Yeah. Moderation, even in moderation, like Jessamine said.
It's more of a Paris kind of a thing, right?
Yeah. How was your break?
Woo! Okay, so my son just left last night, and I just want to give a shout out to Coburn. I love you. I had such a great time. He was here for 4 days, and we hit the town. You guys know, we did no presents. I did get a little fake Christmas tree, and we hit the town because what's so cool is that he's considering kind of living here.
Do it.
So,
did you win him over?
Yeah, so every time he comes, I'm like, okay, how can I where can I take him? That'd be really cool. Because the first time he came to LA, he was I had just moved here when he was a senior in high school at the end, and he hated LA.
Yeah.
It was like, hell no, this place is gross, I don't get it. There's just, you sit around and shop, and what do you do in this town? But every time he's come, he has discovered a new place. So actually the greatest was to have him hang out with his cousin. I let them go out one night, and they went to Malibu Soho House, they went to, Santa Monica, they went all over, and he's like, okay, first of all, that's what LA is all about. The entrepreneurial mindset, people up to fulfilling their dreams, doing whatever. So I think he's going to move here.
What?
Fingers crossed,
That's
right?
why I moved. Yeah,
right?
for people. Yeah. I was going to say, you should just call me. We'll just have him eat some women. Oh my God, it's all he needs. That's all he needs. It's like, you can just tell any guy, there are beautiful women here. Come over here.
Right?
And pretty much move to anywhere.
Right.
Is that what you got here?
It helped. Yes, that always helps. Yeah, it was that. But it was just the people, like you were saying, Erin. I think there are really incredible people in LA, like up to really interesting things, and people that are chasing their dreams. And for me, that's that's the change maker right there. Yeah, that's the difference maker.
Yep.
People are chasing their dreams.
How was your Christmas?
It was awesome. I saw some family. Spent time with family.
Famdamily.
Yes, exactly. Went to see some lights, like a light show. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was awesome. It was very relaxed for the most part. So I spent time with mom. It's good. How about you?
I spent my Christmas in LA. It was the first time I was away from my family for the holiday, which was a little bit weird, but I have great friends who are like family here, and it was so amazing how the community really just opened its doors, and I had so many invitations to, this dinner party or that, and it was really cool. A couple of my girlfriends got together, we made Christmas cookies, we went and passed them out to the homeless people, and really just wanted to connect and celebrate with the community. I was able to do that because nobody else was in LA.
It's still very empty.
It's still very empty. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It took me like 20 minutes to get to the studio this morning. It usually takes me about an hour.
That gives you around 15 minutes of sleep. It was me.
We took every day we were doing whatever, go eat, do whatever, and afterwards I drive some more. I was like, we can actually drive to this area of town because it's the apocalypse, like we said. And we did walk on Christmas Day. My brother came over and one of my friends, and we all walked over to the Grove just to get out for a while. And there was actually a lot of people at the Grove.
Really?
Most of it was shut down, but everyone was still walking around. I'm like, everyone's here. They're like waiting for the shops.
What did
to
you
open.
eat? Did you have trouble finding food or no? Did you?
Well, we cooked at home. Well, at night, the Christmas Eve, we went up to Sunset Tower Just my son and I. It was we had the best time, you guys. So we sat down. I mean, it's such a great restaurant, and we literally just had the conversation of what was the best part of your year, what was the biggest accomplishment, what are you proud of, what's next year. We just sat, my son, we had the deepest conversation. It was so
coolest
cool.
mom I heard. Just finding deeper peace with what is. Like that by far. Because there's also things I could say. I could say, oh, I was moving to LA or it was this or that. But the truth is, the one thing that to me is completely priceless is just experiencing a deeper sense of peace and centeredness.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Okay, so for majority of my life, I was always like up and down, contingent upon what was going on out in the world. And then I realized it's only been really probably less than 5 years of truly every year being no dysfunction, no upsets. That's the greatest acconnectment out of everything.
I certainly had upsets. A little dash of dysfunction in there. Certainly was not without fault. I think my personal biggest accomplishment was just to get ready. That was the goal for me for 2017, was to be ready for something bigger and better that I could ever hope or imagine for myself. Whatever that opportunity was going to be, whatever gift of the universe that was, I had a goal to be ready for it. And I do think I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Bam, here comes Good Morning Lullaby. She's ready, right? Everyone loves Jess, and they're probably like, these stupid guys over here preaching, Rob and Aaron, they're like, oh, whatever. And they're like, finally, we can relate to somebody.
I'm just honest. I'm just being honest.
It's so beautiful, Jess.
It will be New Year's. So what's going on, Jess? I know you pulled up some stuff.
Well, I have pulled up a couple things. There's some really great local restaurants. Catch is doing a really fabulous New Year's Eve right down the street at Luke. That is awesome. They have a really cool prefix menu. There's a lot of cool neighborhood spots. If you go to laweekly.com, they've got a great list up there. And otherwise, there's just
for sure.
I don't know about those.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What are you guys going to do? What are you going to do for New Year's?
Well, I have the dress, which is the most important thing.
That is the most important thing.
Well, for me, obviously, I always think about, what am I going to wear? It's not where am I going to go, it's what am I going to wear? So I went down the street to Luella Rockefeller. Our good friend Lauren has a pop-up down there. And I was like, oh, what am I going to wear for New Year's Eve? And so I got a great dress from there, and they will be reopened in January. She'll be back from London.
Nice.
So, yeah, a little shout out to her.
So she's got the dress, but you don't have the party yet.
No,
So
exactly.
out there, you guys can DM and make the offers.
Aaron,
she'll be getting 100 emails today.
Like, set me up or something.
Tell them they're going to take numbers, Jess.
So what are you going to do, Rob?
I don't know. That's a great question. I love everything Jeslin's talking about. I heard about this prohibition party. I might check out at Union Station.
Ooh,
I don't know.
what does that mean?
What is that?
I know. I guess it's a throwback to
cool.
prohibition. It's like, so I might do that. I'm not sure.
That's cool. It'll be like on big vats of booze,
yeah,
right?
Exactly, probably.
But speaking of, what do you wear to a prohibition party?
Boy.
You've got a suit for it, I'm sure.
By the way,
I'm gonna have to work that
we
out.
did not coordinate these outfits
I don't
today.
know how this is happening. It's really strange.
I swear,
just one mind.
Just one mind, as the
connected.
truth of the universe is that we're one mind, we're connected. So
kind of weird.
Hence the fashion.
And we make people feel uncomfortable.
Tomorrow we'll be completely off. We'll be like, okay, never mind, it doesn't work.
Of course. What are you going to do for New Year's?
I will be flying back. So Karma Coin is flying me out to Albuquerque, New Mexico
So fancy.
on on Friday. So right after we shoot on Friday, I'll be jumping on a plane, going out there. We're doing a big just think tank on the entire thing, how we're launching, crowdfunding, all the viral stuff, videos, everything. And then I'm flying back 5 p.m. on New Year's Eve because we shoot, we're going to be doing a 2-hour show New Year's Day. Woo! We're doing 2 hours, you guys.
If you're going to be up,
yes.
Facebook, Instagram,
is there enough coffee in LA?
Right? So I will probably do a kind of a mellow dinner, you know, and probably go out to a nice dinner. Call it early.
Yeah, look at you. All right. All right, that's pretty good. And your son will be gone by then, huh?
He's gone yesterday.
He's gone yesterday.
He left, yeah.
Okay. See that? A little slow. I haven't had my coffee.
Drink some more coffee. So on that note, let's take a little break because when we come back, you guys, we're going to talk about Transformation Tuesday. So the second segment of the day, each week, has a theme. So Monday's motivation, Tuesday's transformation, Wednesday is wealth, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about
crypto.
other stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got some interesting guests lined up.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back for Transformation Tuesday. Good morning, La La Land. I'm Dr. Aaron.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Royer. Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles.
America's first live streaming daily talk show.
At 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we have a sexy show for you today.
We have got Will, Leanne, and Gabe in the house. Let's go back there. Hi!
Talked to 4 beautiful, intelligent, conscious women. Clearly, I was miserable the entire time.
She has a TV show similar to your guys.
Ellen.
Yes!
Yes!
The little peck. Come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live too for the people viewing.
For the people.
Wow!
MICKEYMOUSE Club Mickey Mouse on Good Morning La La Land.
We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Happy holidays.
It's going to be a good
morning, La La Land.
5, 6, 7, 8. We are the Mouseketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we mousin', MICKEYMOUSE Club Mickey Mouse. Good morning, La La Land.
Welcome back, you guys, to Good Morning La La Land. We are all about Transformation Tuesday, you guys. You don't want to miss this segment. So who do we have in the back room today?
So excited to welcome Tammy Safran. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Tammy.
Our Focus Family food editor. We're so excited to talk to you later in the episode about where we're going to go for New Year's Eve. But we like to find out how you start your day in LA. So what's your morning routine?
My morning routine, I get up every day and I hike. I hike Fryman Canyon every single morning. I try to go 7 days a week.
Wow.
It's just, it's a really just a good time for me to get in tune with myself and listen to music. And I do that every day. Take my kids to school. I eat breakfast every morning. It's very important to eat a good breakfast every morning. And then I start my workday.
That's Awesome.
Awesome.
That's much
Every
better than
day.
me.
Wow. Every day.
How does hiking transform your day in the theme of Transformation
Well,
Tuesday?
it's my alone time. It's my Zen time where I can think about my day and the things I need to do. I can listen to my music. I'm not interrupted by kids or a phone or emails or texts. It's just my time, and I think it's really important to take the time to have that time to yourself every day. It just gets you in the right zone for the rest of the day. So
Absolutely.
Great. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, when we come back to the studio later, we are so excited to talk to you more about where we're going to go and eat.
So many questions.
So excited to hear
Yes.
about that. Every day I hike
that's why
every
you gotta
day.
keep exercising.
So, okay, so you guys, so today is all about Transformation Tuesday. So we have 5 tips for you of how to set your New Year's goals, which Rob is going to give us the
Yeah.
breakdown of his kind of segment on that. So
Yeah, so tip number 1 is to write them down. So apparently if you write down your goals, you're way more likely to stick to them and achieve them. So it's a pretty simple one, write
Right.
them down. But something about writing them down makes them stick.
Do you write them down?
I do. I write down my goals. My goals sometimes aren't as quote unquote measurable as they could be. But yeah, I definitely write down my
Yeah.
goals.
So in the mastermind that I hold for people is you set your goals in the 4 areas of your life. So you write them down for your, your relationships,
Yeah.
for your health, for your money, and for your creative expression. And you do that. So we do that quarterly, and we actually put it kind of almost into a one sentence that's measurable, and then you actually laminate it. And I get multiple of them. So like one's in my car, one's in my wallet, one's next to my bed. So it's like you're constantly looking, and then you redo them every quarter, every 12 weeks.
Wow, see, I thought you just tripped and became a self-made millionaire, and apparently it was planned. Good for you. That's fantastic. So tip number 2 is, if you can, you want to share them publicly. So when you share them with people, of course,
Scary.
it's going to make you feel a lot more accountable. So yeah, share them with other people.
So do you do that, Jess?
I do, actually. I have a great group of girls, Boss Babe girls. A little shout out to you this morning. And, we're really supportive in encouraging each other and keeping each other accountable and what our monthly goals are. So we check in once a month with each other and say, what are you trying to accomplish? How can I help you do that? And really that's one of the things that's beautiful about LA is being able to encourage each other and be in a position where you can help each other in those.
Totally.
It's a step
Right?
ahead. Justin's always a
I
step
know.
ahead. And then she steals my shine. Because I had tip number 3 and she just
We have like the
She
concept
just
of
laid
it.
it out. That was perfect.
Tip number 3.
Tip number 3 is have an accountability partner. So that was, you just crushed it.
You're my
You can't play with
accountability.
Jess, man. She's very well done, Jess.
Wait, so the first one's write it out.
Yes, so write it
Second
down,
one,
share it publicly.
Oh yeah, share it publicly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3 is get an accountability partner. So somebody who checks in with you, make sure that you're like staying up to task. Someone who you check in with, make sure they're staying up to task. Yeah, it's just a good idea. It kind of keeps you on track.
Absolutely, because it's always like T-minus 30 minutes before you have to be
Oh my
accountable,
gosh,
and you're
totally.
like, oh man, what am I going to do? I've got to do something
Right.
about this right now because
Yeah.
I'm going to have to.
That's true.
Yeah, the dog ate my goals assignment
Right.
doesn't work as
Yeah.
well when you're
So
40.
we do the mastermind every week, so that's how you have the accountability.
Ah.
Like, what did you do this week? And then that's how you can tell what's going on subconsciously with people is if they set the goals for the week and they're not doing their goals, so what's really going on? What sabotage is going on within your
Yeah.
subconscious? Where do you need to know the truth? What breakthroughs do you need to have?
Yeah.
Exposing the underlying.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. You go straight to the bar and you notice their wet bar and you
Right?
say, oh.
That's why you want to have measurable goals, because you can't tell what's going on with consciousness if you don't measure it.
Love that. Yeah. That's fantastic. So measuring, that's a huge piece.
For our body, because I loved his book so much about 4-Hour Work Week. I thought this guy's kind of got it going on with his hacks and science backing and all this stuff. Because, I teach, when we think about transformation, whether it be goals or transformation of the body, being a doctor of divinity, we teach the mindset. And that's great, but it's also great to know like what really works.
Even better results.
Right? So that's what Tim Ferriss is all about in that book. So he talks about things like you actually, if you do these huge workouts, it's actually worse for you because then you're going to get extra hungry and you end up binge eating versus if you want to lose weight, you do just there's like a science to the minimum amount of burning that fat, of going just at that right heartbeat that burns fat.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's so many like hacks to it. So I'm going to listen to that book all this week and give you guys the greatest tips out of that one that I found.
It'll be really interesting, especially going into the new year and everybody's got their resolutions, right? I just read a recent fact that said 45% of Americans do make New Year's resolutions. Less than half of them keep them.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that. I did I was a spokesperson once for a company, and the whole point was to get people to make New Year's resolutions and stick to them. So we wanted to share all this kind of, interesting science around it and stuff, but people really struggle around the New Year's. You know how the gyms are packed, like January 2nd, January 3rd, they're packed.
3 weeks in, it's
15th,
out.
Yeah, it's over. It's like, wow, it's back to normal. Yeah. So it's a great point around the new resolutions.
There's a really interesting list on list.org of the 25 most common New Year's resolutions and the most commonly quit resolutions. Of course, obviously, diet, exercise. But one I thought was really interesting, number 13, was stop procrastinating.
Well, but see, that's the thing is that as in goals, as you just said, you have to make them in the positive sense. The subconscious and the universe doesn't hear a negative. So like say, I'm going to stop drinking or I'm going to stop procrastinating. It doesn't, it just hears I'm going to procrastinate.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink. It doesn't hear not. Like there's no such thing in the creative factor of the universe. It doesn't hear negative.
It's so interesting you say this. So when I got the Vespa, right, I had to take a motorcycle driving course. And I've had Vespas in the past, but here in California, a little different. So I went and take the motorcycle course. And of course, the first thing they tell you, one of the first things they tell you is when you're heading toward like a wall or something that's in the road, don't look at the thing you're trying to avoid. Look away from it. It seems so obvious. It's like, yeah, why would I stare? Rock, 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 boom, dead. You're like, no. They're like, when you want to avoid something, you have to look in the other direction. You want to look in the direction that you want to go. Don't look in the direction you don't want to go.
Right. So instead of I don't want to procrastinate, you would instead of saying I don't want to procrastinate, you would say, what could you say?
Yeah. Well, I want to accomplish things promptly and quickly and efficiently and effectively. You know, you want to put it in a way that's exciting and
right.
It's approach driven instead of avoidant. Yes.
So speaking of that, let's get on the topic of transformation through eating and rest. How do you keep Titan right or whatever you want to say and eat out in Los Angeles? You know, we have so many events, so many things. So I'm dying to get back. So let's head back there, you guys, you think?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to go to the back studio with this, Just Tambi is her handle on Instagram. And super excited to find out about Catch, about her personal perseverance in La La Land. Stay tuned.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive.
Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art.
Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud.
Then share it with friends and family.
Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book.
Oh, you were going to make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said.
Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you got to do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Jennifer Eddy, and I'm here with Spa Girl Cocktails today. We're thrilled to be here with Empowerista and Girl Talk Network at UNITA and El Segundo to help support and empower women, the community. We have 2 flavors with Spa Girl Cocktails, Pear and Spa. Those are our signature cocktails. They're low-calorie and gluten-free, all natural, nothing added. You can find us at Bevmo and Total Wine in all of your communities. We're thrilled to be here with Focus Magazine today in their December issue.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Gerard, creator of the Joyce Miracle Elixir collection, and I'm happy to say that it's the only collection out there that is not going to have any harsh chemicals, free of parabens, free of sulfates, free of sodium chloride, absolutely cruelty-free, because for me that is super important. And it's made right here in USA. And it's the only line that is going to deliver you the best antioxidants, vitamins, fatty acids, minerals, straight from Mother Nature. I've infused my entire line with Buriti, Maracuya, Moringa, and Argan. So you have the Buriti, which is the tree of life. You have the Argan, which is literally liquid gold. You have the Maracuya, which is the richest source of vitamin C. And you have the Moringa, which is the richest superfood in the world. So I've combined all these yummy ingredients from Mother Nature and delivered them straight to you, straight to your strands, straight to your face. In all my products, that's the base of it. And the most important thing is that everything is made with love right here at home in USA, straight for you.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, absolutely. You got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
I'm Eden Sassoon, and I own 2 Pilates studios, Eden by Eden Sassoon Pilates. And to be quite honest, I hate socks. But my girlfriend Sally just created a line, Mantra Socks. And to me, at Pilates, you cannot get on my machine without socks. But now, you can get on my machine with the intention. Today, I have Be Love. To me, that means a lot. But also, when you buy a pair of these socks, 1 pair gets donated to a homeless shelter. And that is something, that's really what matters, to be quite honest. It's not just about the sock. It's about the intention. It's about what you're giving back and how you're paying it forward. And so for that, Sally, I thank you. And I love Mantra Socks.
Hi guys, I'm Joyce Gerard and I support my beautiful friend Sally with her Mantra Socks. Look how cute they are. Be Love is my favorite. So go get them. Run and get them on Amazon.com.
Go. Good morning, La La Land. We are back with Focus TV family, Tandy Saffron. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me,
Tandy.
guys.
So
I got the memo about the white shirt.
Right?
That's a good thing, actually. Yes.
We wanted you to stick out. So
we love the pop.
Pop of personality. So you are the producer and the host of LA Chefs.
I am.
What was the inspiration for this project for you?
Well, my 2 passions are food and music. I'm also a producer of a documentary movie called She Rocks, the X Factor She Rocks, about the history and evolution of lead female guitar players.
I love that.
And I love to eat, and there's so many great restaurants in
We're gonna get that right now.
There we go. There's so many great restaurants in LA, and you know, with Instagram and Facebook and Yelp, everyone's seeing pictures of the food, but we're not really meeting the chefs. So I thought, how cool, let's meet the chefs. We live in LA. There's such cool chefs in LA, you know? They do cool things. Like, I know the chef of the Waldorf Astoria hoverboards all over Beverly Hills with this cute little Converse.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And the chef at the Four Seasons, he skin dives, or not scuba, but when you don't have skin dives, yeah. Off Point Doom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the peninsula has a beautiful rooftop garden, and they grow their own herbs and vegetables up there.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and if you have a drink with pretty flowers in it, the edible flowers, they're from their rooftop garden.
Wow.
And the chef of Baltair shops at the farmer's market every Wednesday, so there's cool things that I'm learning about their lifestyle. So I think it's really interesting.
It's really cool because LA has definitely had an evolved food scene, and it's not even recognized even as much as it should be. And the chefs are such artists, really, and they have such incredible stories.
They really are. And actually, my next interview that's coming up in the next issue of Focus is with Chef Byron Thomas from the Four Seasons.
Oh, nice.
And he is an edible artist. I mean, he's all about the presentation and colors, so you'll see some of his dishes.
Yeah, I think that in LA, friends that come in town, they go, I can't believe everybody eats out. This must not be healthy. It's very lazy. And I think, no, it's that people are so up to their dreams here that they aren't necessarily taking that time. Why should they when there's an incredible chef that's their passion, that's their dream? And I would imagine with all the interviews that you've done, I can only imagine what is the mindset, what is the impetus behind these great minds of such success in these restaurants?
Well, they all have different stories, you know. They all have different journeys, how they became hosts. I mean, how they became chefs, and they all have different, you know, different things that they follow. You know, they're all different. They're all just different.
Let's take a look at the reel of your show.
Oh yeah,
let's do that for sure.
Awesome.
LA chefs.
This is a new show we've just started where we're talking to interesting chefs in LA.
It's Candy Saprin from LA Chefs, and I'm at the Waldorf Astoria Beverly Hills talking to executive chef Steve Benjamin. So if you were stranded on a desert island and you could only bring 5 ingredients with you, what would you bring?
So I think my first thing was going to be the bread, because I'm French. Butter as well.
What brought you to LA and Voltaire?
This opportunity kind of came roundabout.
Tell us about this really unique, whimsical restaurant.
Well, more than restaurant, it's a culinary theater of sorts.
What dish gets ordered the most here?
I'd say it's probably our cotton candy.
Is that at Barton G?
That's Barton G.
Almost as though if they're, you know, seeing something so extravagant for the first time and they're just awestruck by it.
So Riley, I hear there's a special way you're supposed to drink the Sabrinatini.
Yeah, it is, and this is a cocktail that's at first is room temperature, and the way we freeze it is we finish it off with liquid nitrogen, and that's what's going to chill the cocktail for us.
Okay, and I hear there's something special I'm supposed to do with the monkey.
And then so after the cocktail will freeze over, you're going to use the monkey to break the surface of the cocktail, which turns into like almost a icicle pond.
Okay. Is it time yet? Is it monkey time yet?
Yeah.
Get a good sense of that aroma. Be in your mouth with as much air as possible.
Can you do that again, please?
Yeah, of course. You can do that all day long. Good job.
My name is Casper. I'm one of the founding partners of Joe and the Juice. We're here in our first store in LA on Melrose Avenue.
That looks so delicious.
Thank you.
Now the fun part, we get to taste it. That's so good. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for coming. I'm really glad
Thank
to have you
you.
guys
Thank you. We had a wonderful time.
Me too.
Okay, I love that show.
Thank
what
you.
a great show.
Thank you so much.
And so,
it's fun to look back at all that.
Right? So many great interviews.
Looks like fun. Were you sipping coffee?
I was actually learning how to slurp coffee.
What?
Yeah, there's like a special technique.
Like wine tasting is a special.
Kind of, yeah.
Really?
Who knew? Who knew?
Huh. Yeah.
Who knew? And he's like really serious about
Yeah.
it.
Is that so you get the most out of the taste each slurp? Or?
Well, you're just tasting to see if it's good, but there's like a technique where you like put it on your tongue and slurp it. I didn't know.
I didn't even know
That's
that.
a funny video.
It's such an incredible opportunity for you to really learn firsthand from these chefs that like the culture and the story behind the
Absolutely.
food.
It's been really
so
fun.
where is there really organic? I want to know, are you getting a list together of where is really healthy and organic from the different restaurants?
Well, I don't want to say healthy as opposed to not
Yeah,
healthy, but like I know Craig's has a really great vegan menu for vegans. A lot of the restaurants do have organic. I can't think on the top of my head right now, but or organic options that are in the ingredients, depending on what's in season. A lot of the restaurants, which I think is just the norm, is they change their menu based on what vegetables and fruits are in season.
Nice.
You know, so it's always changing.
In doing these interviews, what do you think you've learned that surprised you about the LA chefs and the LA food scene?
Well, I think just about the chefs who knew that they have such interesting lives. Like we just take for granted our food comes out and we talk about, you know, how good it tastes, but we don't really know the chefs. So I think that that's been most interesting for me is to learn about, you know, the chefs and what makes a restaurant successful. You know, the clientele are very particular here, you know, especially in Beverly Hills area. And you know, there's a lot of thought that goes behind the scenes. So
it's incredible to see their personalities too. I
Yeah.
think that's the most interesting part because it's like they're putting themselves into each dish, which I think is pretty interesting.
they really are, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in the kitchen that you don't see, you know. Sabrina, so he had a pet monkey. He had a pet monkey named Sabrina, and those chocolate monkeys that look like, remember the game Barrel of Monkeys?
Yes.
Those were brought in from Miami. They're special
wow.
chocolate monkeys that hang on the glass.
Wow.
That is so
Yeah,
fun.
and that's their signature cocktail.
Oh my
But,
gosh,
yeah,
that's amazing.
Really fun.
Fascinating.
But, like, I'm learning these things.
You have a dream job, by the way.
Right?
Amazing, yeah.
It's
Go
been
around, eat the
really
best
fun.
places.
It's
So
been really fun.
we're going to take a little break, but
Okay.
when we come back, I want to hear your story because I think that people have so many dreams out there, but they think, I could never do that. I want to have her life. I'd love to be out there hosting in LA and going to these places. I want to hear a little bit about your story of inspiration because that's what makes LA, in our opinion. So stay tuned, you guys, as we come back and hear just Tambi's story. Stay tuned, you guys. Good morning, La La Land. I'm Dr. Aaron.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles.
America's first live streaming daily talk show.
At 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we have a sexy show for you today.
We have got Will, Leanne, and Gabe in the house. Let's go back there. Hi!
Talked to 4 beautiful, intelligent, conscious women. Clearly, I was miserable the entire time.
She has a TV show similar to your guys.
Ellen.
Yes!
Yes!
Praise emoji!
The little peck, come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live for the people viewing.
Yeah.
For the people.
Wow!
MICKEYMOUSE Club Mickey Mouse on Good Morning La La Land.
We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Happy holidays.
It's gonna be a good
morning, La La Land.
5, 6, 7, 8. We are the Mouseketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we mousin', MICKEYMOUSE Club Mickey Mouse. Good morning, La La Land.
Welcome back. So we're talking to Tambi Safran of LA Chefs. We're so interesting, your entire life, first of all, but really interested about, you know, your own personal life, you know, sort of how you get to this place that you are now, you know, where you're able to combine both food and, you know, TV and music. And so can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. It's been a really amazing journey for me.
have?
I have 3 kids.
It's a major production.
I have 3 kids. And now I am a single mom who has restarted my career. So I picked up where I left off, and I produced a documentary film about the history and evolution of lead female guitar players called The X Factor She Rocks, and really excited about it. Carney Wilson narrated it for us.
That's
and
great.
yeah, so
breaking from those chains.
We need more female icons out there. Bring it on.
My favorite song, by the way.
But I did that. That got me back into it again, and I met the producer of Focus, the publisher of Focus magazine, and I started doing some stuff with the magazine, and then I started hosting on red carpets. And it's just been like a whole series of amazing things that have happened over the last 2 years. So, you know, if you've taken a break to have kids, you can get back into it and do it. Like, don't think for a minute you can't, because I'm living proof that, baby, you can. You can start over anytime, or just pick up where you left off. It's not even really starting over.
Amen.
It's just
we
picking
need
up where you left
women
off.
to know that. It's so important.
Absolutely. It's never too late, you know?
Don't call it a comeback. Been here for years. I'm sorry.
And you've been catching up with some of the most prominent restaurant owners and chefs in LA. One of my favorite interviews was seen here in this issue of Focus magazine.
Yes.
Right there, right?
Yeah, these are the owners. That's Mark Birnbaum and Eugene Rem. And I also interview owners as well as chefs.
Right.
This opened, Catch opened here on Melrose, I think just a little over a year ago now, last fall. And it's a beautiful space on a rooftop. But the food is great, and I interviewed the owner, Mark, and I also interviewed the chef, Andrew Carroll, so I got to go in the kitchen and see some of the cool things that he was making. And I think you guys are going to run the interview, right?
Absolutely. Let's take a look.
So if you stay, before you run it, if you stay tuned at the end, I had a little celebrity video bomb. It's really fun. Check it out.
Let's watch it.
And I am at the hot spot, Catch Los Angeles in West Hollywood. And I'm talking to one of the owners, Mark Birnbaum.
Hello.
Nice to see you, Mark.
Nice to see you.
Mark has opened Catch after a successful run in New York, and he's also been dubbed by Forbes magazine as the king of New York hospitality. Tell us a little bit about how you got started, how Catch came to be, and how'd you get that title?
Well, it wasn't just me. It was our company, M Group. But we started in New York City, Eugene and I. We were 2 young kids that were looking to do a nightclub together, and we found a space in the meatpacking district, which wasn't nearly as popular as it is today, in 2006 or so. And we opened our first nightclub called 10 June, which was named that because I'm born on June 10th, and Eugene is born on June 10th, so we called it 10 June, which not everybody knows still to this day, 10 years later. But above it was a restaurant, and we really liked the concept of the one-stop shop. So moving people from a restaurant that's actually a restaurant then down into the basement where it's a separate entrance, separate name nightclub seemed to be a great, way to take customers, handhold basically your customers from one experience to the next seamlessly. So that's sort of where we started. And as we grew older and as we wanted to kind of expand our horizons, we opened our own restaurant called Abe and Arthur's on 14th Street in New York City, just 2 blocks away from the original concept of 10 June. And we put a new nightclub underneath that called SL. Abe and Arthur's is our grandfather's, so that also, again, paid homage to ourselves.
Very cute. I love that.
Yeah. So we wanted to keep it personal. So 10 June was the birthday, Abe and Arthur's was grandfather's, SL was actually Eugene's, which was Simeone Lounge, but no one could say Simeone, so SL it was. And that went for a number of years. And then finally, on 13th Street, a space came available, and we turned that into the original Catch, which is now in its 5th year.
And now there are 4 Catch restaurants.
There are.
LA's the 4th one.
That's correct.
Where are the others?
So the first one, as mentioned, is on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor in New York City in Meatpacking District. The second one is in Dubai in the Fairmont Hotel. And also the third is in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, where I just came back, hence my amazing tan. And that is also on a rooftop. Each location actually has a rooftop except for Dubai. So in New York City, we have a rooftop. Playa del Carmen is a complete rooftop. And here in LA, is a complete rooftop as well with a retractable roof.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Why did you pick LA for the 4th location?
You know, I think LA sort of chose us in a way because it's far, and unless the location was perfect, we really had no intention of necessarily coming this far away. But we did believe in Los Angeles as another major city. Our clientele, certainly New York to LA is a normal sort of travel, right? So we take care of a lot of people from California in New York City already. So we were open to the idea, but the space was 100% why we're here. We were looking for a rooftop and only a rooftop. There aren't a lot in West Hollywood specifically, or even in Los Angeles. A lot of that is because of just commercial on top of residential. It's difficult to have a large rooftop open until 2 o'clock in the morning in this area. We saw this 4.5 years ago. Fell in love with the location, Main on Main as we call it, on the corner of Melrose and San Vicente, which is a big artery for the area. And it's 10,000 square feet, and if we could accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, this was where we wanted to be, and we could.
And how long did it take to actually transform the space, and did you work with a designer? Because it's absolutely beautiful.
We actually, I want to say 4.5 years ago, we signed this lease. It was still a shell of a building with almost like a shroud outside. You couldn't even see it. It took 2 years for them to even really finish the building, for us to go in front of the community board of West Hollywood to ask for our licenses and get our CUP, it's called. And then another year went by of building it, meaning the ground floor, the base building itself. And then we came in 9 months ago, really, and just built out the entire rooftop space with designer, New World Design from New York. We brought out here, it's their first project with us. And we're extremely hands-on, so that was a great firm to work with that could kind of deliver our dream.
So you were involved with the design process from beginning to end?
I think being involved is an understatement. I think any good operator or any person that's really into hospitality, whether it's hotels, restaurants, nightclubs, whatever, if the operator themselves isn't intimately involved, I don't think it has soul. I don't think that it's a flaw in a designer. I think designers have great ideas, but individuals have dreams and visions, and like imagine. I mean, I was imagining this thing 4 years ago. Now it wasn't exactly this, but every inch of this space, from the light shining on this plant to this logo with succulents inside, to why this brick has paint or doesn't have paint, to why there's a running water fountain when you walk in. Every single part of it is discussed and thought about by myself and Eugene, and then executed by our designer.
What's the key to running a successful restaurant?
If there was one thing, it would be a very easy business. There's a tremendous amount of things that go into it. Some of them are teachable, some of them are learnable, if that's a word, over time of basically trial and error.
Right.
And some of it is luck. And I think, again, like they say, it's the hardest industry in the world. 9 out of 10 restaurants fail. New York City specifically is an incredibly competitive market. There's an amazing restaurant, especially just where I'm sitting on 13th Street, 9th Avenue. If I drew a circle of 2 blocks in any direction, I could literally name the greatest chefs or operators in the world are on my block, ranging from Morimoto to Jean-Georges to Steve Hansen to Tao Group to Budokan. I mean, you've got Steven Starr from Philadelphia, and that's just in one block. And all of them are 200 plus seats, right? So if you don't have your concept perfectly done and you don't do 9 out of 10 things on your business plan, meaning you hit a 90 minimum, you fail, right? So an 80 is basically a failure. So you have to really take seriously location, food quality, and what we and service, of course. Our mantra has always been great food, great service, great vibe, in that order. You lead with your food, you lead with your service, and of course the vibe. So all those 3 components are our key, plus design, plus clientele, plus just making people feel welcome all the time. And it starts at the front door, and it ends at the front door. So hello, thank you for coming, goodbye, and thank you for it's all of it.
What do you think the biggest challenge is?
Well, food is, again, number one, and that's a challenge because when you're in New York, we're 450 seats. Here, we're almost 400 seats. These are big restaurants going from 5 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to, say, midnight serving food, and you've got 700, 800, sometimes 1,000 covers a night. And to make sure that the first customer is getting the exact same treatment and consistency of food, when you have an exhausted kitchen or you have a tired, annoyed waiter or busboy, whatever it is, hostesses, it's a lot of personal interaction, a lot of aggravation, on our side to like just deal with people. If you tell someone that no for whatever reason, there is an expectation as a customer that you have to get a yes. So we have to figure out how to make a no seem like a yes or at least feel like a yes. And that's off the top of my head some of the million challenges that can go wrong before you even taste food.
Can we talk about the food? Let's talk about the food. Talk about Chef Andrew Carroll. How did you meet the chef?
So Chef Andrew has been with us since the beginning of Abe and Arthur's, even. The first restaurant that we did was a steakhouse. And he was a terrific chef. He was like a number 2 or so at Abe and Arthur's. When we opened Catch in New York City, he was right there as well. Since then, he has gone to each one of our Outpost locations as the opening chef. So in Playa del Carmen, in Dubai, and now in Catch LA, he's the executive chef.
Tell us a little bit about what you're making here tonight.
Tonight we're doing a special. It's a whole bronzino. It's about 2.5 pounds, and we take the bones out from the top so it's opened up, and it has a nice arugula sunchoke salad inside with some burst tomatoes.
Sounds yummy. What's your favorite thing on the menu here?
My favorite item right now would be the hearts of palm cake. It's the sauce I got from when I was living in Mexico. So it's a nice Pepian sauce with guajillo and ancho chilies. And it's a vegan, gluten-free dish that is very good for LA. So it's a kind of a fan favorite right now for everybody.
What made you decide to become a chef?
I became a chef because I started working in kitchens when I was 16, and I did go to school for psychology, but next thing I know, my brother called me out. He said, I bought you a one-way ticket. Let's move out west. So I dropped out of school, and next thing I know, I was in San Francisco in culinary school and kind of never looked back.
And if you were stranded on a desert island with just 5 ingredients, what would they be?
I think my 5 items that I would take would be, let's see, I would bring maybe a nice blue cheese, a nice hard cheese like an aged Parmesan. I would bring a Humboldt Fog. I would bring a nice baguette, and I would just eat cheese and bread all day.
Cheese and bread, that's all you would eat? Right. Well, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you very much.
Los Angeles I've found to be a little bit more local based, as well as one industry as opposed to multiple industries. Oh, hey. Hi. This is Marlon.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Marlon.
How are you? Nice to see you. How you doing?
Typical LA experience.
I thought you was
Yeah. No, a little bit of both.
Crashing your interview right now.
It's all good.
Okay.
You are.
I'm sorry.
Marlon's a regular.
Food
He
was
eats a
delicious.
lot. Thank you so
I love
much.
this man, and I love this place, and I love you because you're talking to me. And I love you. All right, Mark. Enjoy, go.
I'll see you in a minute. He's a character.
It's great.
Best lobster mac on the planet.
It's true. He's smart and fun.
And we're back. Total celebrity photo bomb there,
awesome.
right?
So
Video bomb.
unexpected.
Oh my God. That's
So
hilarious.
LA. It was so
He had to get his moment of glory.
Yeah, but it made it really fun.
That was an incredible interview, and really just the landscape of that. Everything is so planned and so purposed, even just the succulents and the logo.
Yeah, you notice the logo in the back.
Absolutely. We're going to get a picture in front of that logo tonight for a little...
All right, we're there tonight. That's right.
Fun. Well, now you know some of the dishes to order.
So we're so excited because you are going to be on Good Morning La La Land. You're going to be bringing these segments. And the thing I love about that interview is it's longer. It's not just a 2-second clip on some shout out of, celebrities in LA. You get into the deep conversation.
It was really great to sit down for that length of time, with Mark. I don't know if it's
if it's been done anywhere else, I'm not sure. I haven't
And
seen
Chef
it.
Andrew,
but-
that was so neat to just get a quick peek behind the curtain that is the kitchen. And I mean, 4 of these restaurants all over the world. It's amazing that we have one right down the street.
This is their 4th location, and it's really great with the show to go, in the kitchen.
Right.
Gosh, I thought I was hungry before. Can you take me all the time? All day.
No, and not just in
Absolutely.
on the show, but also in the magazine as featured in
story, and we truly believe that any point in time, after kids, before kids, whatever, you can follow your dreams.
Just, could literally spend all my money at just restaurants.
Need to figure out where we're going to go for lunch after.
Exactly. That's right.
And we do believe that the concept of restaurants are transforming. They are a part of people's lives. People are not cooking as much. They're eating out, whether it be in high-end restaurants like Catch, whether it be kind of the go to the counter and order. People do not cook in Los Angeles. Very little do they cook. They go out and eat out. And so your show, LA Chefs, are very important for people to see what's good, where they can get good food, good people, where the hot spots are, and all that, right?
Absolutely. And one of the things I want to point out about Catch is that it's a rooftop restaurant, and that's a short amount of time here that it's chilly, and
right.
They have heat lamps, and we
So
have
where else?
jackets.
So we have, where's the other rooftop? We have Waldorf. With Fridays we do the date and love and all that stuff. So maybe you could fill us in one Friday of where some great spots are.
Absolutely. I mean, Voltaire has an open air dining room, so that's also pretty. But all the hotels here have rooftops. The Peninsula has a rooftop. They did a summer barbecue again this year. The Waldorf, which we mentioned, Montage, which was another interview I did, that has a rooftop.
As a mom, where do you take your kids to dine in LA?
That's a great question.
Well, it's interesting because they burgers and pizzas, they're boys, I don't think they appreciate yet, but they will, when they start dating.
Such a burger scene, though. There are so many good burgers in LA. It's like if you come to LA, you have to get a burger.
Absolutely, and In-N-Out's
Most places have vegan options also at the burger places, but some vegans don't even want to walk in there. But I'm sure a lot of them have vegetarian burgers.
Well, there's veggie burgers, turkey burgers, which I love, so. Yeah, but there's a lot of burger places.
All I knew was Five Guys.
Okay, so
LA just
my boys love Five Guys.
Continues to
They love Five Guys.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Yeah.
So where else are you going to go for LA Chefs? What's next on your list?
Well, the next one coming up is the
Where can they find you? We know they can go to Focus TV Network /LA Chefs, correct? And
yeah,
obviously
and,
we have
my Instagram, which is building that now, so it's really exciting.
Okay, well, we'd love to have that linked in with Good Morning La La Land's website as well,
Great,
and
thank
Focus
you.
TV Network. And so just so excited to be in this incredible community of Focus TV Network, bringing LA all together through talk shows, long form. We know in today's world, people love the 3 to 5 minute clips, the fast format. That's not what we're about. We're about building deep conversations, positivity, and transformation, wellness, and all the above right here at this incredible studio.
Transformation Tuesday.
That's right. So you want to take us out, Deslin?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today on America's first live streaming daily talk show. We are coming to you at 9 a.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
Have a great day, you guys.
bread that they make the sandwich